Let's say, for example, if I knock Paris Hilton, if I knock, Kim Kardashian. But getting back to this game that I never left, and Kim Kardashian decide to give me some money, and she sit up there and give me a fat ass bankroll, right? But on the side, I'm getting money from trans. Uh, I'm involved in snitching. I'm snitching on some of my homies. I'm getting paid from the feds. With all of that shit going on, people would sit up there and they would still say that, man, Sinful the P, man, he's amazing. Listen to what I just said. I'm snitching. I'm sitting over there involved with the feds. If I was involved with the feds, I got all of this shit going on. People would still look past that and say, but did you see when he counted that money though? Did you see what car he was driving? Did you see when he got in the limo? Did you see, his house? Wait a minute, but Sinful just told on his mama. Yeah, I understand he told on his mama, but his mama was already old and she was gonna die anyway. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Sometimes that's how it be. But, Sinful just sat up there and put his best friend in prison. I know, but, he just sat up there and counted 250,000 on Instagram. That's the society that's the era that we live in. And that is sickening. That's terrible. But that's what it is. Motherfuckers glorify the gay, weakest motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, why? What do you see about this individual that's just amazing? I don't see it. Once I find out that you're involved in any type of snitching, you affiliated with them people, as I like to say, you starting with the kindergarten, you trying to get a bankroll out of a 2-year-old, bro, I can't with you. I'm not gonna see you as no legend. Your name is definitely not in the top, nothing. You was never this. You was just a fraudulent mother who was basically just reaping the benefits off the ignorant. You know what I mean? And the ignorant is a big population. It's a big population of women out there and guys who are just as feeble-minded. You know what I mean? Is a lot of these women. So they will believe that you are that as long as you got some custom jewelry or some tailor this or you got this. But how did you get it? Did you get it through the pimping? If you didn't get it through the pimping, then it's nothing to talk about. If you a dope boy, if you didn't get it, from your hustle, it was nothing to talk about. Anytime we find out that it came from them people, you had money coming from them people as well, how is this person a street legend? How? Let me say this too. I be seeing women talk about, I dated a pimp. Pimps tricked on me. A pimp ain't never tricked on you. A pimp ain't never spent no motherfucking money on you. Bitch, don't you understand that the spirit that is within pimping, it don't allow him to do no trick shit. It don't. It's like a heterosexual having homosexual. He don't even have them thoughts. He can't have them thoughts. He's incapable of having them thoughts. A pimp is incapable of tricking. He don't even know how to do it. If he was to sit up there and see a book on how to trick, he's gonna go blind. He don't even know how to read that shit. So no, the correct way of speaking would be, you got money from a guy that was presiding over some dumbass bitches that didn't know, the difference between a pimp and a trick. That's what you had sex with. You had a eat your pussy or eat your ass or fornicate with you, and you was able to accumulate after fornicating with this motherfucker because this wasn't no pimp. So it was a nigga that was professing to be a pimp, but he didn't possess no pimping. Because if he possessed any pimping, there wouldn't have been no money coming from his pocket to you. I be seeing you be saying that I be having pimps trick on me and pimps be giving me. A pimp ain't gave you a motherfucking thing. That's a lie. A pimp ain't never sit up there and tricked on no a day in his life. Do not listen to these old, as I like to say, these old Johnny come late. Don't listen to these man. You know what I mean? Well, sometimes you gotta be a trick first. And let me also say this, another missing. When be saying, I'm my best hoe. A pimp ain't no motherfucker. So whenever a say some shit like he his best hoe, You know, he might be his best, but he not no pimp. Why? Because a pimp ain't no, you know what I mean? So anytime where, you know what I mean, is saying that he's his best and he has sent himself and he can better than the bitches and all of that old goofy shit, he is not the pimping. This is not the pimping. Matter of fact, he right next door to homosexuality. He's so close to putting on the heels and going on Sepulveda and getting it up himself for it and getting it up for a fee. Don't no pimp even talk like that. Pimps do not sit up there. Pimps is not no damn, like when be saying, they like, so what year did you start pimping? And say some shit like, oh, well, you know, I turned out, you know what I mean, in about 73. You turned out? No, man, listen, man. Pimps do not get turned out. The bitch get turned out. A pimp do not get turned out. You know what I'm saying? That's something for a term for you use towards a woman. A man does not get turned out. Pimps don't get turned out. Pimps get introduced to the game. They never get turned out. Like, listen to the way that sound. Yeah, man. And I began to sit up there, man, and come around, you know, Silky G. And then after I came around Silky G, I began to sit up there. I met this one name. His name was Big D Turner. You know what I mean? Then he turned me out. You know what I mean? Then I came down to Cali, man. And then I met, you know what I mean, Mac Kev, man. He gave me some game. And then he turned me out. You know what I mean? I was like, no, man. Don't even talk like that. Listen, for you young peas, don't ever say that a nigga turned you out or you got turned out. You know what I mean? Why are you getting turned out? Why the are you getting turned out? Like, when I hear that, all I hear is the whispers, lost and turned out. Like, we don't get lost and turned out, man. That's not us, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, please stop saying. Let me think of some more shit that I'll be tired of you saying. But like, for you young pimps, pimps get introduced to the game. We do not get turned out to the game. You know, I don't even like to turn on. You know, we don't get turned out, man. We get turned on. Now, let the tricks get turned on by the bitch, man. You know, we just get introduced to the game. Everything don't have to be fly. We don't have to stop trying to sound slick. Just say, I was introduced to the game. Yeah, man, you know. And, you know, I had met, you know what I mean, Ronnie C. And Ronnie C pulled up on the Cadillac, man. Now I got turned on. You got turned on? You know what I mean? So the drove up, he said some words to you, and you got turned on? Yeah, I don't like the way that shit sound, man. So look, man, we not getting turned on. We not even getting turned out, man. We not, see how these want to get turned. You know what I mean? Watch out for these, man. They want to get turned. You know what I mean? If whenever you want to get turned so bad, you're so close to getting bent. So no, we're not going to get turned, man. We not, no. We get introduced, man. You know what I mean? We producing the right production because we had the right introduction. We producing because we had the right informative representatives of the game introducing the game to us. But no, we didn't have somebody, you know, sit up there and say something to us and we got just turned on, you know, man, the sound of his voice, man. Niggas don't even know how gay they be sounding. Yeah, and then when I met him, man, his hair was done. He had manicured nails. You know what I mean? He had the slickest hair, man, that I ever seen. And then his car, man, it looked like God had washed his car. And he began to tell me about the game. And then I got turned on. Like, that's some homosexual shit. Look, man, we not getting turned on and we not getting turned out, man. You know what I mean? We cutting that out, man. We getting introduced to the game, man. You know what I mean? And we keep getting introduced to the game because we're going to forever be students, man. We staying involved and we evolving, man. That's how that shit go. Niggas be sounding, and they be always in that voice. It was about 73. I had met the nigga Mac T. He pulled up in the Fleetwood. He had a bitch by the name of Golden Glove. You know, Golden Glove, she was a known thief. You know, man, because Pippin and Hun was his belief. And yeah, man, he began to talk. And it was like, man, as he began to talk, man, I began to go on a mental safari. And we got inside of his Ferrari. And he had some cool music playing, man. I think he had like Marvin Gaye, I Want You, a Curtis Mayfield. You know what I mean? Give Me Your Love. And it was like an instrumental. And as I began to listen to the instrumental, he began to kick game about how to do the fundamentals. And it just stayed in my mental. And we drove from Chicago to Sacramento. And then he put the bitch on the blade while money was being made. And I began to basically have a desire to get paid. I was getting turned on and turned out. Like, come on, man. Man, come on, man. Like, and be listening like, ooh, this the game. Oh, shit. And that's exactly why. That's one of the main reasons why, you understand me, be thinking that Pimps is gay and Pimps is homosexuals and shit. Because when they watch motherfucking films, they got these old Cat Williams looking ass, and they always got to talk in that voice. It was about 73. You know what I mean? And that I ain't hating on that voice. That's how you naturally sound. You know, that's what's up. You know what I mean? But nah, man. You know what I mean? Pimps is not. Listen, man. Look, I know some pimps that'll beat the fuck out you. I know some pimps that, you know, if they gonna get you, they're not even gonna tell you that they gonna get you. They just gonna get you. Then I know some pimps that's on the boss level. They're not going to sit up there and do anything to you because they got enough soldiers under them that's going to hurt you. You know what I mean? So all of these weak, feminine images of the pimp, you know, that's about as funny and comical as that European-ass fat, you know what I mean, that you guys got hanging up in these Roman Catholic churches that y'all calling Jesus. That's about as comical as that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, all of this soft ass shit, like, no, man, get that out your head, man. You know what I mean? He always gotta talk like, where's my money, baby? You know what I mean? Like, no, man, that ain't the pimping, man. That ain't the pimping, man. You know, pimping man is a man first, you know? A lot of these pimps, man, they was gangsters before they was sitting up there being peas any motherfucking way. Like I told you, you know what I mean? You can't just hop out and say I want to be a pimp. You know what I mean? Like, nah, it don't go like that. I hope you guys live as long as you want and never want as long as you live, man. Y'all be blessed now.